Woohoo! Watch out, buddy. Oh, oh. It is such a nice day right now. We're just gonna sit here in the shade, record this video. Arlo, what's up, buddy? Hey, no, Arlo, come here, not right behind me. That's awkward. And we didn't do the full 5 miles today. We did just a little bit under 2 because my right shin, it has been hurting the last few days, so I've been taking it easier. And I was really close to not coming at all this morning, but coming out here and seeing how beautiful the day is and just soaking in the sunlight. Arlo had a good time. This is exactly what I needed because, yeah, like I said, I woke up this morning, didn't feel too good, didn't really want to come at all, honestly, but we did, and it's exactly what we needed to do. So on a day like this, it's funny because for the longest time, I forgot where exactly it started, but I felt like I was happier with just colder, gloomier, darker weather. I don't know why. Like, it just felt like more comfortable, safe. I don't know all the reasoning behind it. I'm sure as I look into it more and ask myself a little bit deeper about why I kind of felt this way, and like I like the cold and I wanted to be in these areas. I started realizing, like, well, it's not because I find a preference or had a preference for that, but it's because for the longest time, hey, buddy, I actually did have a resentment towards California. Uh, Growing up, we moved around quite a few times, and no one place really ever felt like home, even though we were born in California. Moved a few states, and I remember after graduating high school, I felt like I was on top of the world. I had a lot of friends nearby, so it was like, you know what, like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be able to, high school's finished. Let's figure out see what's next. Have fun in the summer, whatever. Um, but then I got the news from my mom telling me we're gonna move to California, and I just remember feeling so just like confused and just like angry. Like, why? Like, where? Like my life is good here right now. We were living in New Jersey at the time. And so I think that's when it began. And then ever since then, I always remember, like, every time I saw palm trees, every time I saw sunlight, and of course it gets really hot. And it was just, I don't know, just for the longest time, I held the resentment. And that's definitely changed, especially now that I'm living in just a much happier place for myself. I'm able to kind of look back and answer these questions of myself of why was I feeling that way, or why did I believe that? And I think that's one of the things that happened to me. Why I never felt like California was ever going to be home in the long run. Like, it was just meant to be somewhere temporary. But we've been here now for since 2008, and like, it's only now that I'm truly embracing the sunlight every day that I see it, and I love it. It feels great. And I'm also wearing a shirt that is fitting a little bit more loose right now, because a year ago, this shirt, my belly would be pushing up the buttons, and now it's like there's quite a bit of distance in there. And I'm gonna keep on going and keep on focusing on my health and keep on focusing on my routine and my discipline and exercising. And I'm sorry, I think I have some sunscreen spray in my eyes. I've been using that because I'm getting a lot of sunlight, and I'm sure if I look back at like the first video that I recorded here, and maybe even stuff before, I probably look a little bit more pale, a little bit lighter. But now, like, I see it, I feel it, I like it, and I'm going to embrace it and keep going forward. And Arlo likes the sunlight. He gets nice and exhausted, don't you, buddy? Yes, you do. And yeah, it's just this day I needed it with how I was feeling this morning. And like, I had my coffee, and like I said, my stomach also was feeling a little upset, and it just didn't settle well, and I felt nauseous for a little bit, and I just laid down just for like 20-30 minutes and just telling myself, just take it easy, just rest, just get this over with, let this feeling pass. And no, I decided to just go take a quick little walk around the apartments, which we do every morning and evening. Just a quick little 10-15 minute walk. And when I did that, that's when I saw like how beautiful it was outside. And just something within me just triggered like, no, we're not going to waste this day. It's so beautiful. We're going to go to the park. Even if we're not going to do the full 5 miles, we'll do some. And sometimes that's all you need to do. Sometimes some is enough. There we go. That's probably going to be the title of this video. I really like that. And like I mentioned, also my right shin has been hurting a lot. So that's also why we're just taking it easier, letting it fully get its rest and recovery, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I mentioned it before in a previous video. At the end of this month is the marathon. It's just a 5K that I'm doing, but I haven't done a marathon in a very, very long time. And I'm going to do that with one of my best friends. And it's going to be great. I am picturing it. I see it in my mind, crossing that finish line, feeling great, feeling accomplished, feeling good, because that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going to do. And it's like I said, it's only 5K. It's not much, but it's some, and that's plenty for what I need right now. Because who knows? Maybe I'll really like it, and I'll want to do more after that, which I wouldn't mind. Because I'm really liking the exercise that I'm able to just implement more into my day-to-day living. Walking mostly. I have some weights in the apartment, and progress on the pull-up bar also. I was able to be able to hold myself on the bar for a solid 12 seconds, and even like lifting up my legs higher up just to feel a bit more of a burn in the core. And man, it felt amazing. And it definitely, I feel the soreness on my arms, my back, shoulders, but it's worth it. And I can't wait to be able to do full pull-ups and reps, because it's crazy. When I first got it, I couldn't even lift myself up and hold myself for like a second. Now I can do 12, so we're getting there, little by little. Arlo, come here. I just got to make sure he doesn't wander off too far, because yeah, it's a beautiful day. Not too many people right now at the park, but it can fill up sometimes, especially on Saturday and Sunday, which is why I like to record these videos on Fridays, because it's not as busy, so he's not as distracted. But he was getting distracted because I was filming at another table, but we had to move because there's some city workers and they're on their lunch break. And of course, Arlo smelled it, so he's like, "Oh, I want some. Can I have some?" And I just don't want him to be distracted, and I would have to keep on having to call him or whatnot throughout the video, and it's fine here. We're in a good little spot, and yeah, it's a beautiful day right now, and I've just got some cleaning that I want to get done today. Work on a few projects, and what more? Just tidying up. I like to do that on Fridays. Dishes, tidying up, cleaning, all that good stuff. I think I need to get a little bit more cleaning wipes. I think I'm about to run out, so that's fine though. And man, I'm really sorry that my eyes just keep on getting irritated. It's from the sunscreen spray, and it just makes them watery. And it makes it hard to just kind of look straight right at the camera when there's a breeze coming, and then my eyes are getting watery, and it's okay. We're okay. I am okay. We'll be fine. Right, Arlo? We'll be fine, buddy. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's nice to just sit and appreciate it, be in the moment, be present. That's something that I'm doing also a lot more, is just practicing that kind of mindfulness, to be able to remind myself that just breathe, relax, take it easy. Yesterday's over, tomorrow's not here. Now is where we're at. Now is where I am. And it's been really great. And I find that when I'm exercising, that just helps declutter and reorganize my brain and my train of thoughts, to be able to focus on, okay, what am I going to do rest of the day? What's something that I'm putting off or that I want to get done this week, whether it's work related or my own stuff related. So I find that exercising really helps me just get into that focused center of attention for myself in my life. And I mean, that's why I'm doing it every day, because it helps me. I love that. And it's good to just get out of the apartment and get fresh air. And I really enjoy that. It feels amazing. What else? I feel like I had another train of thought there that I wanted to talk a little bit about on, but now it's kind of leaving me. It's just nothing. It's just here. It's wonderful. Right, buddy? Good boy. Good boy. So I suppose that's something that I would encourage you. If you're watching this video and sometimes you're also feeling a little stuck, a little unsure, remember, just a little something. Doing some is something. And that's sometimes all you need to be able to just remind yourself, get into a good headspace. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel great. I feel tired, like my leg. So it's okay. It's gonna keep on getting better. Right, Arlish Marla? Good boy. And maybe next time when I come out here, I'll have to be extra careful when I apply the sunscreen to my face, because it's just gonna make me look like I'm crying on camera, which I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm not emotional. I'm in the moment. And it's okay. It'll be funny when I look back at it. And I'm sure it'll happen again at some point, especially if I get a really good sweat going. So it's okay. It's all just part of the adjustments and everything else that I'm doing in my life to continue improving and getting better. And especially with the weather change now, there's a campground nearby. It's about 30 minutes out that a buddy of mine found out, and I really want to go. I don't think I'm going to go this weekend because it's just a little bit short notice, and I kind of want to plan, even if it's an overnight, I want to be able to plan something nice to cook out there and make a video of it, because I have one camping video right now on my channel, but I want more because I love camping. It's great to go out and do that, and especially with how wonderful the weather is now, and Arlo loves to go camping. It'll be good. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I have the drone, so I'll be able to get some cool aerial footage when we're there also. And what else? Maybe make some silly how to put up a tent video with Arlo or something, and I'm sure he'll be very helpful. And what more? I found that I'm smiling and laughing a lot more than I normally ever did. And it was about a year ago when things really started changing for me to tell myself, you need to fix your life. You need to change. You need to go for it. You need to really take some time to focus on yourself, improve your health, improve your wealth, which doing all these things, we're working on it. And we're building discipline along the way, because these are the foundational blocks that the way that I see it for the rest of my life. And to be able to finally be in a place to focus on myself and build those things is exactly what I needed. And I'm so glad and thankful, and it's just I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I don't ruminate every time I start thinking of just negative thoughts and things that would stress me or make me angry or whatever. I'm so much more alert now to when I catch myself focusing on those things, to be able to just rewire it if it's something that's kind of important in a much more positive outlook. And I just tell myself regularly, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for these opportunities that I have in life. I'm grateful for the friends and family that I have, and grateful for Arlo, and grateful to be in a place to really focus on myself and focus on my dreams of where I want to go and the projects that I want to build and work on, which I am doing. And I'm excited. And I don't want to talk too much or share too much about what kind of things I have working on outside of, I mean, my YouTube channel and my health and some fitness stuff. Just other projects that I have, which are very, very near and dear, very important to me, that I've worked on and off for years. And I'm really excited that I'm just able to just have moments of flow where I'm locked in and I'm just going at it 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes at a time. And it has affected my sleep a couple of nights. So I am balancing it better though. I think I talked about it last video. I was up until midnight or like 1 a.m. one night working on some project. But no, I'm definitely much more alert because I also don't want to feel just burned out, having exhausted using my creative thinking. And because if I do that too much, just like how I used to be, whenever I got burned out on something, I would not want anything to do with it, and I would walk away from it, and it would end up right back in square one, not getting anything really accomplished. So now when I feel that, and I don't know, because it's like my thoughts are a little bit more just sluggish, and it's like ideas just aren't coming anymore. That's when I know, like, all right, let's stop, call it a night. We'll work on this tomorrow, day after, whatever. After I have already exercised, because a lot of times exercising helps me. Um, I guess what's the word I want to use? Exercising helps me chisel away at my creative thinking, not in a deconstructive way, but it helps me refine it. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. It helps me refine my creative thoughts and my ideas, especially when it applies to projects that I'm working on. Arlo, come on over here. Because like I said, when I'm exercising, I'm in the zone. I'm centered. I'm focused. I'm here. And so are you, Orlo. So are you, buddy. Whew. Good boy. I know. You're hungry. You're getting ready to go. I'm hungry too. I have spinach and eggs that I'm gonna make, along with some potatoes, I think. Yes. You're hairy. Ah. So I'm definitely looking forward to eating that. But I'm not gonna do that until after I've taken care of some cleaning, because I did a big load of laundry, so I'm glad I got all that taken care of. But I'm going to be replacing all my bed sheets. I do that every week or two. Probably should do it every week, honestly. So I'm going to replace those out and just tidy up. It just feels good. I'm going to do a deep scrub of the sink and the toilet. Those I do every week, and it feels good just to have it squeaky clean. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll just take it easy, take it chill this weekend. Probably work on some projects that I want to do. Maybe I'll kind of plan a little bit of a packing list or whatever for when we do go to the campground. It's only $15 a night, also first come first serve. It's awesome. I love that. No reservations ahead of time, so it's great. And because I have every Friday off, just go earlier, get a campground, and we're good to go. So I look forward to that. Arlo looks forward to that, and I love cooking on cast iron at a campfire. So I love taking my cast iron pan and cooking something in there. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll just keep it simple, steak and veggies. That sounds good already. So we'll do something like that. And that's the train of thought that I had earlier that I thought got away from me. Something also that as I'm going through this process of refining myself, of understanding the way that I think, the way that I behave, the way that I act. I started, I don't know what that was. I started to focus on, okay, when have I felt most productive? When have I felt like I was thriving in a moment, in the zone? And because I know I lean more towards the creative side of ideation and execution, that a lot of times kind of like winging things is when things felt most enjoyable, especially when it came to anything related to school and college and high school. That I don't know, there was just this kind of confidence that I would have from from understanding source materials. And I mean, I didn't get straight A's all the time. I was never a straight A student, but it was enough. But I know that for me, that's when I feel most enjoyable. And it's those opportunities and moments, whether it's like from presentations, from projects, that I got to sink a lot of myself into and execute, and even more fun when people were on the same page as you, to be able to do some creative ideas or just things in presentations in certain classes. And it's almost like you put on a little bit of a show. And I found that I enjoyed that. I liked that. Um, I've always liked a little bit of like the acting side of stuff when it comes to like just improv, which I did try out for a little bit. And it's a fun place to be in, to be able to execute under pressure. And pressure, aside from my eyes getting watery right now, is something that I wanted to talk a little bit about. On that, I found that putting myself under just little bits of pressure here and there, little bits of pressure here and there, and realizing it when I'm doing that to myself, is when I'm not only out of my comfort zone, but I'm also in my growth zone. Oh, that's a good one. Get out of your comfort zone and get into your growth zone, because that's exactly where growth happens, outside of your comfort zone. Get in the discomfort zone, and that's when growth happens. That's when change happens, and there's no textbook on how to do it correctly. It's different for every single person in life, and you're never gonna know how to do it until you actually go out there and do it. Ready to go, buddy? Come on. Good boy.